boy. All right, let's go.
Bonjour, bienvenue, Janice and friends. Thank you for joining me. I can't think of a better way to wake up in the morning and go for a walk with Max. But when I return, I see that I have a Vivaia bag waiting for me outside my door. That is the best. And before I talk about how wonderful these shoes are, let me tell you, all their packaging is recyclable, every bit of it. So let's go on to the most beautiful shoes and the most comfortable shoes you'll ever have. This is called the Ryan Pro. It's a tweed. I got it in black and white because I wear so much black in the wintertime. Look at that flexibility. Look at that sole. Cushy on the inside, stretchy on the outside. Look at this. If your feet swell, even more extra room with that little mesh right there. Now, let me show you the neatest thing about this. Let me show you this. If you get out in a rainstorm, like I was the other day, and I was afraid it was going to rain, I thought, oh no, my feet are going to get wet. Had I had on my Ryan Pros, I would have known, no worry. It's repelled. Water just repels right off of it, like water off a duck's back. This is the Ryan Pro, and they have tons of colors. You don't have to get black and white. And this shoe is the Era Walker. I got it in black, and I wanted it because I didn't have any black shoes for the winter. But look at these pillows of cushion, or you could call them pillows of love. They make everything work. Your bunions don't hurt. You don't have blisters. You just feel like you're walking on soft pillows. They're stretchable. They're washable, they're cushiony. What more could you want? And if you think because you have wide feet you can't wear pointed shoes, think again. I wear a 7.5 medium. Yep, and I can wear them. Now, let me show you these. I love these midi heels, and they're called Anna, and I love them. And look at this. Beautiful point. Look at the pillows of love. And look at this in the back. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I get some heels, I have to scrape off this part so I won't be slipping on some slick floors. They've taken care of that for you. Anti-slippage, anti-bunions, pro-comf, pro-comfortable. I'm going to be attending Paris Fashion Week, and I can't wait to wear my Vivaia midi heels. They're going to be so comfortable. And after about 5 hours on them, I know that I'm going to come home and I'm going to feel just like I've been walking on pillows. They are absolutely gorgeous. These shoes are absolutely not beautiful only, not sustainable, and not only are you able to wash them, they are made up of 6 at least plastic water bottles. So that gets our water bottles out of our landfill. That tells you how much Vivaia cares about our world, our environment, and you and your feet. They are the most sustainable, long-lasting shoes I've ever owned. And trust me, I have 8 pair of them in my closet. I wear a 7.5 in the States, and I wear a 38 size here. So you let me know, which one did you buy? Did you buy the Ryan Pro? Did you buy the Era Walker? Did you buy Anna? And what color did you buy? And to make it even better, there's a 12% discount. Just go below in the description box and it'll be Janice 12, and you're gonna absolutely love these shoes. And if you don't get the right size, don't worry about it. You can return them and they will send it back to you just like that. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Ciao. Welcome to the serene stroll through the park, a place where nature unfolds its beauty in rhythm with the changing weather. As we begin our walk, let's take a moment to breathe in that fresh air. It's infused with the scent of all the beautiful flowers. I'm in the park right behind the Chateau in Fontainebleau. Today, the sky is a canvas of shifting colors. The clouds are fluffy and white, and oh my goodness, the sky is so beautiful and bright today. With each passing moment, the sunlight breaks through, highlighting the vibrant greens of the trees and the gold and orange leaves that have already fallen. Don't they know autumn is right around the corner? But those trees are so gorgeous, and they tell a story of resilience and adaptation. As the seasons change, so do they, and so do we. But what about these flowers? Each bloom adds its own touch of brilliance in the park. It's like they know winter is right around the corner, but they've got to make their final entrance in their final burst of life before winter's rest. Weather plays a crucial role in this ever-changing landscape, and it also plays a crucial role in our ever-changing lives. Thank you for joining me on this tranquil journey through the park. May you carry the peace of nature with you today. And if you ever get to my town of Fontainebleau, please take the opportunity to see the Chateau and go to this luscious park that I'm walking in today. Bonjour, hello, it's Janice in France. Thank you for being here, and if this is your first time to join me, I do welcome you, and if this is not your first time to join me, I welcome you back. Now, most of you know, that have been around for a while, that I do this thing called a coffee chat. I invite you to have coffee, tea, or maybe a little extra in the evening time if you're watching the video. But today, I don't have any furniture in my living room. I'm trying to get my sofa covered. I'm waiting on a chair to be delivered, and I'm waiting for next month, for my birthday month, for chair to be ordered. So by the 1st of November, everything should be in place. So I should be out of the kitchen dining room and in there when I do my coffee chats. But welcome. And then I thought, well, I'm making vegetable soup for a friend that's coming over on Sunday, so why not talk to you while I'm doing that, right? So anyway, tomorrow I'm getting ready to go to one of the biggest and supposedly the best flea markets in Paris, and I'll leave the description below of where it is and what I'm going to be doing, and of course I'll be doing some videoing, but I'm also hoping to be buying some items. There's just a few items I need. I'm not going wild because, you know, I'm still a minimalist. I have a bookcase and I don't want it with just a bunch of stuff. I want it to be with just items that I really like and that I really want to be on my bookcase. That's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, and I can't wait. I'm going to leave my house about 8 o'clock, and I'll get there about 10, and I will take my trusty little coffee thermos with me, which I take everywhere with me because I don't go to Starbucks anymore. Now, nothing against Starbucks, but I save a little money, and not only that, I can take my own with me, do it however I want to, and then I always tuck it in my bag or something so, you know, I don't have to carry it around with me. Anyway, I'm going to put all my potatoes and my onions and all that, although I'm going to try to do my onions when I'm not on video so that I'm not crying. Just wanted to let you know that things have changed so much for me. My daughter now has a boyfriend, and they're coming for 3 days in London. I'm going to meet them there, and I'm going to meet with him for the first time. Now, I've talked with him over the, over the FaceTime and all that kind of stuff, but it's not the same as, you know, talking to him in person. And as always, I've started this tradition just last year, but I'm continuing it this year, that if you happen to be in Paris, or if you live in Paris and you're by yourself and you don't want to spend Christmas alone, contact me. And I believe I have a couple with some children coming cross my fingers, they're coming into Paris that day. And they can't get into their hotel till 3, so they might as well just take their luggage to the hotel, hop on the train, and come see me, right? Right. So I'm going to have Christmas Day dinner for a lot of people. I had about 12 last year. I'm hoping I have more this year. I'm hoping the word will get out a little quicker than it did last year. So if you happen to be here, or if you happen to know anyone that's going to be here and they're going to be alone, or even with their husband, I had a couple last year come with their husband. Just come on over. We'll just have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I have some vegetarians coming over, and I also have some vegetarians that are gluten-free coming over. I'm making boiled water for them. No, just kidding. And so I'm having a lot of different people come over, and I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. And then we're going to do this little, what do they call it? The little white elephant game that you bring a little gift. And, so it's going to be fun. And let's see, what else do I have to talk about? Oh my gosh. I have always said that living and moving to France is not for the faint of heart. And I will tell you that is absolutely true. Because 2 days ago, I was talking to a friend of mine who's a little bit older than I am, and she lives in Versailles. She's been here about a year. No, Max, we're not barking. No barking. No barking allowed on Fridays. So she was just saying, Janice, I'm in tears. I've done everything that they want me to do, because after you've been here for a year, you have to go through, some information and everything. Well, I've been doing it for like 7 months, trying to get it right. I had to get an attorney, and then that attorney did what they needed to do. Then I needed to do more. And then every time I fill in something on their website, they want more. Like the other day, they said, oh, yes, we have your bank account. Now, this is 2 weeks later. They come back and they say, but we need your bank account translated. Well, I just went to a fury. I thought, oh, my God, what am I going to do? So I found a lady that would translate it. And then I never heard from her again. So then I panicked more, found this company, hopefully it will do well, called my friend, complained to my friend about it. She said, Janice, I'm doing the same thing. She said, because I was 2 weeks late because the translator was behind in time. I was 2 weeks late getting the translation uploaded on their website. I'm going to have to start all over. They're not accepting it. And I thought, oh no. I mean, I've heard people say you've got to have your birth certificate and all this other kind of stuff. And I thought, this is Christmas time. I'm trying to buy furniture. I'm trying to do this. I just don't have time for all this. But you have to make time if you want to be here legally. And she just said, I just don't know what else to do. And I said, I know, it's ridiculous. Yesterday, Max and I were coming in. I noticed in the mailbox there's this little brown envelope, hand addressed to me, from my prefecture, and it's my letter for my appointment to come in, meet them, visit them, show them my paperwork, and hopefully get my carte séjour. So I'm legal, and unfortunately, it is coming a little bit too late because I was supposed to go to Scotland on October the 5th, but I didn't dare go out of the country because I thought, you know what? My luck, I would get caught and they'd say, you need to go back to the United States and start all over again. And oh my goodness, would that be horrible? So I decided not to do that. But at least I have an appointment and I'm feeling good about that. And going to the flea market, so I'm feeling good about that. And I have a friend coming over that's been over once before, but normally, they have not seen my little revision of my wallpaper and my blue painted walls. So it'll be kind of a treat, even though I don't have any furniture. I have dining room furniture. I'm going to go ahead and finish my vegetable soup, but I wanted to show you something. Now, when I'm in the States, I always use Roytel tomatoes in my soup, stew, soup, whatever you want to call it. I do put beef in it, but not much. More vegetables than beef. And then I put Roytel tomatoes in it. Well, I couldn't find Roytel tomatoes, maybe not Roytel, but stewed tomatoes. So I have 2 cans of that. And then I found something yesterday. I wasn't even looking for it. They don't sell here where I live. And I don't think it's a big produce in France, and that's corn. You don't see corn on the cob anywhere, although I'm not a favorite of corn on the cob. I'm not even a favorite of corn, but I bought this can of corn and I thought, oh, I'll just put it in the vegetable soup. It's kind of going to be one of those vegetable soups that has everything included. But I thought that was kind of interesting that they don't have Roytel tomatoes, of course, but I did find something to substitute for it. So that makes me feel better. And then I'm going to put a few onions in there and, kind of spice it up a little bit. And then I'll have all this done. So tomorrow morning, when I get up to go to the flea market, I don't have to worry about bouncing around early Sunday morning for lunch. All this will be cut up and ready to go and in the refrigerator. So anyway, I'm going to stop cutting these onions for a few minutes because I know they're going to make me cry. And I want to finish talking to you. First of all, if you're wondering what I have on today, I have on a little leopard shirt, which I read the other day, leopard is going to be big this fall. And this is the only leopard that I own. But I don't know that I'd want leopard all over me because it kind of makes, I don't know, it's a pattern and I don't like to wear patterns. I like to wear more monochrome. And of course, I'm wearing my Vivaia shoes. And you know what? They've made them a little bit better. If you can believe that, they have some cushiony little foamy things in there. And then just plain old blue jeans. And I know you can't smell it, but every time I do a video, I always put on cologne. And I didn't wear Hermes today. I wore Dior today. And I tried out a new lipstick from Suede. And then a little blush. And then I did a little glitter thing on top. I don't even know if it shows up. From Typology. So when it comes to makeup, I am very, very fickle. I am not stuck to one. I like my Charlotte Tilbury moisturizing cream, which I am going to have to get some more before I put on my makeup. The only one that I'm really settled with is Clinique. Autumn is here. Autumn is upon us. I can't think of anything better than to have vegetable soup, drink a cup of coffee, and talk to you about life in general. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but I'm doing all the videoing this time, just like I used to. And Mary Grace is back. She is editing my videos for me. And then every once in a while, I have a videographer here in Fontainebleau that will be taking some pictures and doing some things that I don't want to do. And they have a steadier hand than I do when it comes to videoing. So I'm doing it all myself because you know what? When I moved here, I decided to come and live in France, to learn the language, to learn about the people, to just be able to know the history and all of that. I didn't come to France for a YouTube. And I know Hadassah was just fabulous to me. And if you are wanting any type of work from her, I mean, she can just do anything. She's fabulous. But the reason I'm not using her anymore is I don't want to work. And she had the best intentions for me, and she wanted me to grow my channel, and it did grow while I had her with me. And she wanted me to be able to have collaborations with companies and things like that. And it sounded so good at first, and I agreed. It's kind of like you get caught up in this vision, and you think, yes, that's what I want. Yes, that's what I want. And then after a while, I thought, no, that's not what I want. And it has nothing to do with her. It was me. I want to be able to go to France and video and not always have to determine whether it goes on a YouTube or not. I want to go to bed on a Sunday evening if I want to at a certain time, knowing that, oh gosh, I didn't get my video up tonight. Because I didn't move to France to be a YouTuber. It just happened to come along with it. And I've enjoyed it, and I'm still enjoying it, but I'm doing it all my way, this way. And there are going to be some fun things coming up in the future, just you wait, that I have under my little brain that I want to do. And it's just like starting all over again. Won't be as fancy, won't be this, won't be that, probably won't be as polished as it once was with her, but it's me. And that's all I want to be, is just me. And it isn't that I am not thankful to her, because I am very much, and she's a lovely, lovely girl. And I'm telling you what, when it comes to business, she knows what she's doing. It's just that I didn't want to work anymore. I don't want to be on a schedule anymore. I don't want to have meetings anymore. I don't want to show up and be working for 3 days straight. I want to do it on my terms. So that's why you might see a little bit of a change. This coffee chat was just to sit down and talk to you about some of the changes that I've made in my life. Now, what I need you to do, what are some of the changes that you've made in your life in the last month or so? Have they been good? Are you going forward? Are you doing what you're wanting to do? Or are you letting other people tell you what to do or try to manipulate you? Please don't fall into that trap. Fortunately, I didn't fall into that trap with Hadassah because she would never do that to me. It's just that you know how sometimes you order more at the restaurant? My eyes were bigger than what I really thought was going to happen. I didn't know it was going to be that much work, and I really just didn't want to work that much. So now you're back with me. You're back with Mary Grace editing. You're back with me doing my own videos, and I've learned so much from Hadassah that I hope I can pull some of these items forward, and I hope you enjoy my videos just as much as you did when she did them. Thanks so much for joining me. I've got to get the rest of these onions cut up or I'm not going to be able to finish the rest of my house because it all has to be clean because I'm going to the big old flea market tomorrow and I'm taking you with me. Talk to you soon. Ciao. I cannot tell you how long I've been waiting to come to the iconic Saint-Ouen flea market. There are so many interesting tales about the modern Paris history flea market that began in the 1870s. The rag and bone men who collected bits and bobs from the capital streets to sell on their rounds were chased from the city center. They were sent to another zone and decided finally they would set up their own market. And this is how this came about. Today you can visit no less than 14 markets, each with its own distinct identity, grouped in neighborhoods and in a village. And what I found so absolutely marvelous is you have these beautiful antique shops. And then it seems like on the outside, you have the typical flea markets that what we're used to seeing. But they had books and they had pictures that are black and white and the flowered passageways and the covered alleys. You just absolutely get caught in a blur of wonderful and beautiful items. I walked into a fashion store where I was able to try on a Chanel jacket for $1,000. And then I was able to wrap around my neck a beautiful, beautiful Christian Dior scarf from the 1960s. The people are so friendly and just eye candy. It absolutely is eye candy. The antiques, the people that you meet, and then the unusual people that you see and they want to talk to you and share. The pop culture comic books, the vinyl records that we used to play as kids, they can all be found in the Jules Val Market. It overflows with textiles and vintage clothing. I'm telling you, I spent 6 to 7 hours there and I didn't even get a portion of what this is all about. And it's whether you want to splash out or whether you just want to simply be curious. Don't hesitate to ask those stallholders and the dealer questions and engage them in conversations because they're used to it. And I didn't meet one that did not speak English. And then, believe it or not, encased in all of these beautiful stores are gorgeous little restaurants that you can enjoy and sit down and take a little bit of a rest. Oh my goodness, what a day, and I cannot wait to return. You know, we don't all have a chateau where we can go and journal or just chill out if we want to. But, you know, it's okay to go in your backyard or maybe go to a near park or anywhere you want to go where there's nature around you. And I love my little area here. This is where my animals go out in the morning, and this is where Max and I sometimes just chill out. The cat didn't want to come out with us, so we decided we would just come out on our own. But it's kind of nice to just chill out and have a moment to yourself where it's quiet, you know, no one's walking around, and just take some time to yourself. I've made so many changes lately with doing my own videos now and doing my own voiceover and coming up with what I want to say and writing my own description at the end of my videos. I've just had such a tremendous time of doing all this work and having a purpose when I wake up in the morning. It's just been lovely. And Max, because I now have my office in the second bedroom, he now has discovered that he likes to stay in there with Mom on the bed too. And so anyway, it's been a great week. I'm thankful that you were able to join me and to go with me to this Saint-Ouen flea market, and I can't wait to go back and meeting some of my new friends. And so at the very end, don't forget to watch, because it's going to show you some of the new friends I met this past week. And one was a fabulous group of women that came. They were eating at the same place we were eating at the market. And then when they got up to leave, they said, just want to let you know we follow you. And I thought, well, no, you can't just do that. We have to hug. We've got to get a picture together, you know. And it was just so kind for them to even just want to say hi to me. I really did appreciate it. But thank you once again. It's just been a real enlightening week. I hope you have a great week. Let me know what changes you've made recently in your life. And if you're wanting to move to France, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a short video on some things just not that you might be interested in. And in the meantime, have a great week and let me know what kind of changes you're making. I mean, are you journaling more? Are you journaling less? Are you losing some weight? Are you working on that self-confidence? Are you working on that great posture? What are you changing in your life? Let me hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh gosh, I love a cold. And what do we say, Max? We say, we love you. Au revoir.